Welcome to Commander's Lounge. I'm Shaggy.
I'm Scooby, guys.
Now, just to let y'all know, there will be drinking, and there will also be card-on-card violence, brought to you by these two dumbasses.
And friends. Oh, and parents, if you catch your kids watching this, it's technically your fault, because you should be watching little shits anyways.
Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, and don't forget our Patreon.
Today on Commander's Lounge,
We're going to be talking about freaking out when it comes to brand new cards and how powerful they are. Yes! Sorry.
now, what do we mean about freaking out? Well, I think the first one would be covering when people say they want a card banned.
Oh, yeah. When it came to the Otter, I'm not going to lie, I pulled it and I was like, yes! You can't use that because it's bland. And I was like, no! Oh, wait, I was like, no!
Now, yeah, and that happens.
I freaked out.
It happens a lot, and I think the big problem of just a card when they say, "Oh, I need it. It needs to be banked. It's too powerful."
Or what it can do.
Yeah, I think that's kind of not understanding the game when someone says that. Because let's be honest. If you ban a card because let's say the deck it goes into is so powerful it's kind of hard to beat. Well, make a different deck. Don't just copy everybody else. Make a new deck. Because I've played many formats. I've never played in a format where I couldn't make a deck that could easily take out the top deck. Now, yes, it would sometimes have harder times taking out other decks.
Oh, yeah.
But who cares? I can take out the top deck, which is the majority of the decks, so I would always get in the top half guaranteed, just right there.
Well, yeah, but people get freaked out for no freaking reason. Like, oh, well, it can do this, it can do that. Or like that Angel chick, you can't lose the game. Ooh, okay, no problem. I can just... there's ways to get, it's hex, okay, no problem. I'll make you sacrifice a creature. And that's the only creature you got. It's targeting you, not her. There's other ways you can get around it. You can't freak out about it just because, oh my god, it can do this, it can do that. But yeah.
People usually do it too when it's a new card coming into a current format. This usually happens in... Now you got me. This usually happens in standards where you really see people crying about... Or complaining, sorry, not crying, but complaining, sometimes it is crying.
I prefer to call it bitching.
About banning a new card coming in the format because it's very strong, or what people like to call overpowered or broken.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard with the current decks out for this new deck or this new deck tech to be beaten. But that's the point of the game. There's always supposed to be something new. Well, change your deck.
Yeah, but you even said it yourself. There's old cards, even something from the old pack, that can actually combat this new card.
Or combat the rest of the deck, and so you only have to worry about one single card. I mean, it's not a hard thing to do.
Oh, and don't forget to write your comments. You can get in this argument right now.
Discussion. We don't argue here.
I'm a happy.
This is YouTube.
I'm technically, yes, I'm a happy drunk. So no argument. But yeah.
Yes, please be nice in the comments. We do enjoy everybody's thoughts and what they've experienced, but be nice about it. There's no reason to be mean to other people.
Basically, don't be a douche. I said it right. Anyways, back to this little topic.
So to me, I think it's kind of ridiculous when people say the card's too powerful for the format. Well, change your cards around. Change your deck around.
It's actually really easy to do.
Yeah, and I do understand that deck, even if you change your deck, still may be a top deck. But guess what? If you ban that card and you just destroy that deck, there's going to be another deck that's going to take its place. Do the exact same concept.
Within that same month or next month. Guaranteed.
Or that same day. I have seen decks that have just been torn apart by a ban list, and literally the next day, there is already a deck that's the top deck that every other deck has a problem with or can't beat. There's going to be someone in all of that position.
Oh, you just took out what? Okay, no problem, it's banned. Took out 1, 2, 3. I already had a little side thing that I want to put in there, so 1, 2, 3.
Or just a whole new deck might just come about, or not even a whole new deck. Like the second place deck that was always getting second is now going to take the first place, and no one can beat that one. So what you can do, ban that one. Guess what? There's going to be another one.
Yeah.
There's going to be another. It's going to be infinite.
It's to be constant. Either it's Phyrexians, Eldrazi's, Dragons, Elves, no matter what.
Yeah.
If you ban one thing, okay, that's going to stop it for a day or week. Now, the only bad thing about this, too, is that since they automatically curse a card, I'm going to call it that, they're going to what? Bump up the price.
No, a card gets banned. It usually goes
No, I'm not
down.
talking about like if it gets banned, but like, just to say it doesn't get banned.
Okay, it stays out. Yeah.
Okay, it actually stays out. You can only have one of it. Well, of course, in Commander, you can only have one card. But just because it's so awesome, guess what? That little card can go up to like $200.
Can usually limited they go down because there's
But-
there's not as many needed, so
Yeah.
supply and demand is changed. So there's an extra amount of those cards in the market. So usually they'll go down. The only time they'll go up is
Yeah.
never.
Well, technically, no. People overhype a card, and just because it's got overhyped,
Yeah, but once it gets banned and limited, yes, the card still may be very expensive, but it's not going to be as expensive as when you can run 4 in your deck. Now in Commander, we still only run 1, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to us.
yeah, it doesn't really matter to us, but
But
it
matters
does.
for
It
the
does.
price
Yeah.
when we have to pay those prices, though. That the prices, most prices, unless it's a Commander target card, like it says, you get to play this card for free if you have a Commander. But all other cards that are meant for standard play, the prices usually come from standard format play. That's where they're getting the prices for. So us Commander
Oh.
players,
So we suffer.
we suffer. So if a card is at 4 and it's really really good,
It's
since
like-
there's so many that are needed, it's going to be more expensive. Now if it goes down to 1, you're going to have everybody's going to be getting rid of those extra 3, so you have a surplus of the cards. So it'll go down for
Okay,
us.
so that's why you see those $200, $500 cards
Just drop. Well, it's kind of like I'm gonna bring up Jewel Lotus. So many people freaking out about Jewel Lotus when it just came out.
Yes, one of our friends did pull one. I was like, oh my god, it's a Jewel Lotus. But technically, I can't really use it in my decks. I can, but it can only be used like just.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people freaked out, and before it even came out, there were people trying to get $200 to $300 on pre-order for this card, and it was
Really?
yeah, and yes, it was the hollow version, the highest rarity. Let me put it
Okay,
that way.
yeah, if it's a hollow version, fuck yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
do
I
some
think
shit.
it was hollow and alternate art, but I could be incorrect. But I know it was the highest rarity you
Oh,
could possibly
full art.
get.
It was
Full
a
art,
full
there
art,
you
there
go, full art. But it was the highest rarity you could get. At least places I personally saw when I was searching it up. Now in person, I can get a highest rarity for $60 to $90.
That's still too much money, man.
It's a little much money, but you see that hype has just gone down, and people were saying they wanted this card to be banned in Commander. And honestly, it's been out for quite some time. I've seen it used in one deck, and I just stopped that deck instantly with one counterspell. I let him use it, so I had to go to the grave. He played his Commander counterspell.
That's right.
And you have 3
And now
other-
he has 2 more counters on the commander to bring it out. Yeah, see, it's kind of good for me. Like I said, it was overhyped.
Yeah.
Put too much money in it. You can use it, bring out your commander. What happens? Destroy your commander, no problem. Okay, you're gonna put it in the commander zone? Yeah, that means that Jewel just lost its effect.
Yeah. and
It
you-
lost its glory within that 1 second.
Yes, and so like another example was that rogue, the black rogue. I put it up on here. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. I had it written down, but I don't now.
I love that card.
Yeah,
I really love
so
that card.
it's really really good. But the thing is, there has been other cards that do the same thing for a turn, or there's a bird that almost has the exact same stats of it, except for it doesn't control the turn and remove it. It just shh.
Yeah. Continue.
But it's pretty much the exact same thing. I mean, it even has flash and everything. It's 3 mana cost. It's white though. So yes, I get it. It's still a great card, everybody. But it was initially hyped at in some areas up to $100. 100. Most places I've seen 50. Right now, I can pick it up in a lot of places anywhere between $16 to $25.
Oh, dude, next time we actually do that, just give me a call and I'll head over there. And I need that card.
So do I. I need it for my rogue deck and for 2 black decks.
I need it. I don't care about you. I really don't care about you. I'll tell you what. If you get it, I'll give you 2 shots and a beer.
No. It's not worth $20.
What a fucking asshole.
But anyway, the thing is, that thing was hyped so much in locals, people were demanding that one should be banned.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, it'll stop some. A lot of people like to search their stuff.
Search your stuff, and that's what they were so worried about. The thing is, it was a single card, especially in Commander, a single card out of 99 cards. It's not very easily searchable. Yes, there are cards that can search it, but expensive or you have to meet a little bit more condition that makes it worth
tutor.
that makes it not worth so much anymore.
Yeah.
Of value, play value wise, you pretty much just need to like top deck it so you don't waste a search on it and play it at the right time, which is it's great then.
Oh yeah.
But
Like if you have it in your opening hand, oh dude.
but there's hundreds of cards that are great right when you first play them too. It's not like the only greatest card ever. And I have decks that have searches, and I've played against a couple of decks that run them. Only one actually successfully got it out, and I just did a target removal spell on it, and I was fine. Like ooh, so
like it's too
stop
hot.
freaking out, man.
It's too much hype. Okay, yeah, it's a creature. There's so many ways to get rid of creatures. Oh my god, it's an artifact. There's so many ways to get rid of an artifact. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden be like, whoa, no, it's pretty good. It's not gonna last that long.
Yeah.
Now, if it was indestructible, I could still get rid of it.
Yeah, and there's always a way to get rid of anything in Magic. There's nothing that can be
That's
protected.
yeah,
Just counter spells alone.
Yeah.
Except for Split Second. Split Second's the only thing.
Oh yeah, I got a little douchebagger on that one the other week.
No, you didn't. Split Second.
Yeah, I did. You weren't even there. Horrible. I lost, basically. I lost. I'm not gonna lie. Destroyed.
So Split Second,
Oh,
if no
two
one
damage.
knows, is a ability on cards that when it's played onto a stack, nothing else
Yeah.
can be played up after it.
It basically stops everything right there.
It
and
stops the stack, is what it does.
there. That's what pissed me off. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna skin across and do this, and I'm like, your mother. It was like I just wasted a 3-card hand, like I went down to 1 card, like, but. Anyways, yeah, I did lose horribly bad, but yeah. When it comes to certain cards, guys, you can always destroy them. You can always get rid of them. You can always, they're gonna be in the grave, or you can remove them.
Yeah, and there's no reason to freak out about anything. Yes, it can make a certain card can make a game harder. It can even change the game drastically from what you're used to. So yes, your deck may have to have a couple cards changed, or you may have to just change decks. Your second or top grade deck may no longer be a valuable deck anymore. Guess what? That's Magic. That's the point. That's why they keep printing new cards and reprinting old cards. So just change your stuff. I mean, that's part of Magic. That's why we like Commander so much. Is there are so many decks you can make, and with that only 1 card rule of,
Yeah.
it helps so much to even combat this. So that I mean, there's only really 1 card I even agree with ish in Commander for a
what's the
ban.
Sish? What's the Sish?
I'll put it up there. It's a demon,
Ooh.
and you pay 7 life. You have to draw 7 cards.
Oh, that's
He has a high mana cost though.
bitch, but yeah, well, in regular standard, you got what, 20 life?
And standing at 20 life, he's still good, but he's not the greatest.
But yeah, but when Commander 7 life,
well,
bring it
the
on.
The
Seven.
man, yeah.
bring on new cards. Hell's yeah. It's good advantage. It's great card.
It's great advantage. The only thing is,
Now, if you guys can give me one, I'll be great. I don't have that yet.
right? It is a good card. The thing is, I've played against it several times. I've beaten it every time, and I've had a guy. He had like a 30+ hand, but his mana could only go so far. So I just played around what he could play with his mana, and I was able to beat him. And he had a good deck. But you know, that's the thing is, yes, it was really, really strong. I get the reason for that because Commander makes it for what it was never intended for. It was meant for 20 life because most people, when you finally be able to pull it out, because
Yeah.
of how high the mana cost is, you might pay its cost once.
Then that's it, yeah, because I'm pretty sure the moment you actually bring it up, it's a high mana cost, your life's already down.
Yeah, you're at least after you can pay, you only be at like at 2 to 4 life. Is
Yeah.
usually what I see it on standard, or it's not even standard, it's casual standard play now, or casual play 60 card. It's not the greatest card. Like in casual 60 card limit, I've seen it only a handful of times, and people have talked about it, but they're just not willing to play it because
But
it's not
Commander,
used.
which once again, I would love this card, guys. If you can just send it in, that'll be freaking amazing. But no, honestly, I can pay it at least what, 3 times? Plus, since it's Commander, you got a good chance they're not gonna even know you have it, and they're gonna play other stuff. They're
Well,
gonna
no,
get rid of
you-
other things. You can just
People
pay
run
them
it as their commander. I think in
They run
this,
as Commander?
yes, it's a legend.
Really?
I believe it's a legend. It'd be up there. I think it should only be banned as a commander, but still should be able to be used. As,
Okay, yeah, ban as Commander, that I understand.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I support out of every card. I think Black Lotus is fine because tributes. Yes, there's ways to abuse it, but you can abuse any card.
I synced
Yeah,
it.
you can abuse any card, and it's again just a single card. It has a great value, but nothing broken. It's just
It's
it
there.
hurts. It hurts, but
It's gonna get you in the boo.
it's gonna get you in the boot. But that's part of Magic. That's part of why you build in your deck a certain ways to combat things. If you can't combat,
If you can't
a
stop
Black Lotus from going off and causing other things to happen, you're probably gonna lose anyway without the Black Lotus being there.
Yeah. I actually understand this, sir. So when it comes to it, yeah. Guys, don't trip balls. It's a good card, yes. Just don't trip balls over it. There's so many ways you can get rid of it. So many ways. Like I can just give it the finger and you'd be like, no!
Yeah, especially in Commander, guys. I mean, we have unlimited compared to other formats. I mean, we're besides
So
a
many.
casual format, which we technically are a casual format,
Ooh.
we have access to everything, guys. Like,
Even beer.
right? 2 shots on beer.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I guarantee I'll get
NASCAR.
I ain't no fucking NASCAR about this. No.
I gotta turn left.
I don't
turn
watch
left, gotta turn
NASCAR.
left. Oh shit,
just because,
right.
just because I said 2 shots and a beer, I guarantee it. I can get a win off of 2 shots and a beer. If I can pull
Yeah,
this
because they're
off,
gonna turn right.
no, it's not NASCAR. I'm talking about when we actually play people. If I can get a win off of 2 shots and a beer, what would you give me? Black Lotus.
A crisp high five.
I can take that now. Yeah.
All right. So I think. Well, I guess we kind of did cover it, but pricing.
Oh yeah, the pricing.
So
We did.
we did, but I think just to add a little bit onto it, as a supply and demand game, which is really what we are, as people, we need to stop buying stuff before the cards come out. So pre-ordering certain cards because they're just a jacked up value.
This I actually understand, especially when it comes to boxes.
Box, yeah, and I mean, I was talking more about single cards, but I kind of
Single cards, yes, but when it comes to okay, yeah, you got a good chance of getting that card in a box. So all of a sudden that set's good. So congratulations, everybody's gonna be buying it. Let's just add another $50 to it. But
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, when stores do that, stop buying it because
Yeah.
that's the store doing it.
So that's supply and demand.
Yeah.
Going down.
Well, and I think Magic has, and I'll put it up on here what they officially have, but I believe Magic's one of the cards that does it where they don't tell the places that sell the product where the price range has to be. So stores can actually, and it would explain a lot of why you'll see at store a box comes out to $102, $105, at least in our
Yeah.
area, average.
Yeah.
And then because so many people pre-order, it all of a sudden jumps up to 120,
160,
$160, $200.
and they're
it's
not
like,
even hollow.
yeah, and it's like, why is it jumping? Oh, we've had so many orders, we're trying to keep up. Okay, that doesn't affect the price. Like, if
Yeah.
you want to affect the price because you're trying to say supply and demand, we stop buying it, you no longer have a supply, a demand, so it goes
the
back
price
down.
goes low. And congratulations, when the price goes low,
Then you
you
buy
get that
again.
Jewel Lotus, you're gonna get that Rogue, and whatever freaking awesome
Well-
stuff that comes out in the pack. Because you know what? The price is now low, you can now afford it, you saved up enough money since you didn't buy anything.
Well, and the thing is, you force, at least in the box wise and the product wise, straight product, not
Yeah.
singles, is you force the sellers of those products to stabilize a decent value. So they can't just keep jacking it up because they're running out of supply. Who cares? It should only stay at this $102 or $110 until it goes out of print. Then that makes sense. Like, okay, it's no longer you can get it, so it's only backstored stock we're
It
getting.
kind of sounds like we're starting a little rebellion, aren't you?
Well, this is how supply and demand should work, and the Magic community is
Rebellion.
really responsible with this hyping out. This freaking out. This is kind of very much part of it. Is we're responsible for these prices.
Yeah, we are.
As the players, because we are supporting them when a box comes out and it's $102. I'm just gonna go with our area. $102 for the box. And then it jumps up to 120 and we keep buying it, we're telling them it's okay to increase value. We're okay with that increased value. It jumps up to 150 and we keep buying it. We're telling them it's okay. So they're going to do it. Why wouldn't they? They can get an extra $50
And
off
they're
of a box.
making a hell of a profit.
Yeah.
So once again, I say rebel.
Yeah, don't buy it. Because when you don't buy it, they have to go back down or otherwise they're spending the money to get those boxes, but they're never moving.
They're basically gonna have to get the profit back.
Yeah, they're gonna lose money, so they have to drop it back down. They'll try to re-raise it up, and you just don't buy it
Yeah,
again.
the moment they drop it down, yeah, okay, of course. If they're dropping down to $100 again, yes, I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna buy these 3 of them. As soon as they, okay, no, next week, 120? No.
And by doing this, we tell them what the values we're willing to accept, so we don't get these drastic increases like for the all shiny box. Everything's all shiny. $300 because it's
That's okay. Because it's shiny, you got a good chance of getting a regular shiny. Shiny lands, I'm not gonna lie, they're actually pretty cool. I have a few.
yeah, but they're like $1 a piece in most
I know,
cases.
but okay, it only costs them like how much to make one card hollow?
We're talking cents for a whole box to make hollow. You're talking no more than $5 for the manufacturer.
But now, just because a certain rogue's in it or Jewel Lotus, we're just gonna buck that thing up to about $300, guys.
Yeah, and they'll reduce how many packs are in it. 26 packs instead of the normal whatever.
That I didn't know.
24 packs, I forget. I'll put it up on there. Sorry, y'all.
Stop saying sorry for just. It's the same point. Point.
But yeah, we really need to control it, and it really would help with singles too, because
Especially the singles, because like, okay, it goes back to the thing. We need certain cards for Commander. We're not going to play Standard because it's Commander Lounge. We're not going to play Standard. We need that one card, and I ain't going to proxy that damn thing.
well, freaking out. So we'll use Jewel Lotus. That's a Commander only card, so note that price wasn't affected by any Standard players. It was by Commander players only. Starting off at $200, that was all our faults of Commanders, not me specifically, because I didn't get one.
I didn't care for it, so it's not my fault.
Yeah, but you know, when people were trying to do that $200-$300, no one should have done a pre-order. Just no, we're fine. You know, this is a great card for Commander, but it's not that important.
You can't really say the pre-orders because Jesus Christ, if I had a chance for a pre-order, I was gonna get it.
Yeah, but that's what they were doing for pre-order. If no one had done that for the price of that pre-order, pre-orders would have gone down to what our prices are now. People were jacking it up on purpose because people were willing to pay for it.
Okay, that is actually pretty much agreeable.
Yeah.
But also going back to my side too, it's a new pack. You're gonna want to pre-order it. You gotta do it. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have to do that. You gotta, oh my God, it's a new pack. Oh mother of God!
It should have an
My
increased
rent paid,
price.
my bills are paid, my car's paid, my phone's paid. What else is good? Gas bills, and I can buy 3 boxes. Naganooch.
Yes, I agree. I mean, heck, I would too if I had the money. I'm broke, but if I had the money,
I have the money.
but it shouldn't increase the value to pre-order. You shouldn't have to pay more
Yeah,
just because
technically,
you pre-ordered. You shouldn't have to pay more because the manufacturer didn't print anymore. Because people are like, oh, it's supply and demand. Yes, it's supply and demand, but the thing is, there's an infinite supply of these packs.
Yeah, all they gotta do
can
is press.
print them.
Doot,
Yeah.
doot, doot.
So there's never
Another 100.
There's never a low supply. Now there may be a low supply at the moment, but guess what? They can keep going. It's not like I'm making pots by my hand, and I can only make so many, and then never again. They have more. They can print more They can print more packs than the entire world could ever buy if they wanted to. If they put all the resources into it, it would take them time.
Yo, easy,
But-
but like 5 minutes.
But for them to try to raise something $10, $20, $50, $100, $200 for a time value, which is costing them zero difference, for them having to back print, so they have a bunch of boxes that they haven't kept up with, so they need to print extra.
And actually,
it's not costing them any more money.
And there's old cards that actually do reprint them. Like, let's give the obvious one. Shock. Old card,
Oh yeah.
constantly gets reprinted. Never goes up in value. All of a sudden, this one card gets only printed once. Just reprint it again. It's
Well,
not that hard.
Yeah, but there's certain reasons for
Oh,
that.
well, bring down the price because we need money. Guys, it doesn't cost them that much to make a card. It really
No,
doesn't.
well, and here's the thing. So that you're right. For them to print, the difference between printing a Shock and a Black Lotus
Wheel of Fortune.
is zero difference. It costs the same amount of money. Okay, but there's about 1 billion versions of Shock, and only a couple of versions of Black Lotus. So it does make sense for even a reprint, if they have a reprint of Black Lotus, to cost more. That makes sense because that is a supply and demand difference.
And that brings down the price too if they actually do reprint it.
Yeah, it
Even
will bring
even
it will,
a different art priest, even different art, yeah.
It will possibly bring it down. It'll do a short.
$1.
Well, there's variables to what could cause it, but what I'm saying is just a single card's just come out.
Yeah.
We, the players, the people who consume the product, control the value and end. So we need to stop freaking out, stop spending these outrageous prices because we want it right this moment, so we're willing to pay more. Because that's really what it is. It's people usually in standard that want this card the moment it comes out so they can use it in a tournament, which I think is hilarious because it's still happening right now. But there's no tournaments. At least in the U.S., we can't have any sanctioned tournaments at this moment of the recording. So why are you freaking out and doing these pre-orders for outlandish prices? You can't use the card in a standard sanctioned tournament.
You can't go out and have fun.
Well, you can, but it has to be unsanctioned. You
can't have a big tournament where you can be like, oh, you can only get this one card for this tournament.
Yeah.
You can't do that, no.
Yeah. So there's no reason for
the bumping of the prices.
Well, for people to freak out and try to get it so early and willing to pay so much for it, that's a freaking out. You don't need to. There's no reason, especially right now, there's no reason. Because you can't go to a sanctioned tournament and play it.
Yeah. Well, even though when we go, we wear our mask, we wear our gloves, we wear our we got sanitizer for your.
We even got right here, yeah.
Yeah, we're protected, but there's not going to be a big, huge tournament.
No, the ones we go to are unsanctioned.
Oh yeah, that actually makes it even better.
Well, and that's also, the people who usually freak out are the willing to spend a lot of money, or like the pros where they need it for that tournament.
What I like to call the badasses. For you guys, who are the badasses.
The people with the money in the pocket.
No. They can just be the badasses with the fortune.
They're still badasses, but dropping $200 on a card that's going to guaranteed drop down to $80 is kind of. But
that I'll agree on.
But for them, I get why they're doing it because they need the guarantee of getting it, and they have a tournament like 2 days after it comes out.
They're able
to use it in. Okay, I understand it.
This is understandable if it's pre-tournament. If it's pre-tournament, yes.
Yeah, they want it for that tournament.
Sweet. I gotta have this. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I understand.
But after the tournament and that price still stays, and then you just realize that that card didn't work the way I wanted it to work, and it still stays at that tournament, and after months,
it starts to slowly drop because we've been paying. Well, we've been paying so much for it, and then we figure out, this is crap, or it's good. So now people stop buying it, and that's when you see that drop.
Like a Jewel Lotus.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing that some bitch drop.
Oh yeah, 60 right now. I mean, at locals, someone offered to sell it to me for $60. I'm not gonna spend $60 on a card.
Oh hell no! I gave him 2 shots and a beer.
Give
it to me. I got a Jewel Lotus now.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay. I may have kind of lied on that one, but I'll get him 2 shots and a beer, and I'll get a fucking Jewel Lotus.
All right, so
I'm not going to use it. I'll sell it.
Oh yeah, definitely. If I get that out of a pack, I'd probably sell it for like $40 or $50 just to move it real quick.
Honestly, yeah, I would actually just think because I will not use it. There's no good for it in my deck, but it has that one shot, and that's it. That one little shot.
Yeah, or I might trade it for an older box that doesn't have a lot of value, so it's close to the value. Because I might get something that actually has use to me.
Okay, now you're talking badassery on this one. Okay, so you're telling me if someone actually offered you for a box for 1 Jewel Lotus, you'll do it?
Yeah, depending on which box it is, yeah. But
Hells yes.
Because most boxes, there's something I want out of it for one of my decks, because I don't change cards in between decks. They're in the deck, they stay in that deck unless I switch them out for a brand new card.
Love. That's called love, guys.
All right.
When you actually have a certain card and on one deck, you don't want to switch it up, that's called love.
Oh yeah, you always gotta love your decks.
For me, it's Jahacalypse. Fuck you, it's a good card. It
is.
Wrecks people. Because you know why? It also destroys lands.
And Commander, that's a big funny no, but we do it anyway.
Alright guys, that was a pretty good discussion, right? Always do the comments, tell us what you think, and remember, be polite.
Be polite. We're a community. We're full of love, guys. This is Commander's Lounge. We're here for fun. We're not here to hurt each other.
Shits and giggles.
Please use the toilet when you shit. On that.
You almost got me. You almost got me in the foul. You saw it, right?